lot of gray skies today. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring, although you could see the sunlight actually popping out in certain spots. And what's going on today? I think it's kind of interesting seeing this one first. Would you think this is a drone by the looks of it? Apparently it is. It says here, Royal Navy moving forward with Project Vampire, drones for carriers. Following the demonstration of drones on board the Royal Navy aircraft carrier, HMS Prince of Wales last year, the senior service of the United Kingdom is now reported to be moving forward with its Project Vampire. The program is built to procure low-cost fixed-wing drones for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, in addition to electromagnetic operations and threat simulation. So a lot more stuff again, I guess for war purposes, if that's what you want to say. Sure enough, there's probably no mentions of this stuff flying over people or anything like that in terms of safety, right? They're probably just saying, oh, it's so innovative in this and that. It's kind of funny how, depending on the topic, all of a sudden, all these issues people claim there are for things like a recreational drone is basically non-existent with this stuff. Some people often say things like, I guess, war and stuff like that is usually about money. It says the drones thematic research report from Global Data stated the naval users currently account for 28% of the global UAV market, which is also expected to grow from its current $8 billion to $15.9 billion in value by 2031. So there's an incentive, I guess you could say, to sell this stuff. It's just a little unfortunate, I guess, but that's the way it is, huh? And with that in mind, in terms of money, this news was everywhere here. It was kind of interesting. It dealt with a story how here in Canada currently, there's still a lot of those protests with the truckers, with the Freedom Convoy 2022, that's what they call it. And there's tons of people, I guess, around the world who've been donating money to them through the platform GoFundMe. I believe they went over $10 million, just to show you how much of an impact they have had, I guess, worldwide in terms of their message. But with that, apparently GoFundMe recently decided to terminate the account. Now, you can get into all the little itty-bitty details, but I think the most interesting thing for me in reading this was how they were holding the funds and saying, if you want a refund, you should request for it. Other than that, they will, I guess, donate the money to whoever they feel like, so to speak. So that was kind of crazy. So first, their official statements why they terminated it and all. It says, GoFundMe supports peaceful protests, and we believe that was the intention of the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser when it was first created. We now have evidence from law enforcement that the previously peaceful demonstration has become an occupation, with police reports of violence and other unlawful activity. So there's a part you could debate about, so to speak. I don't know what kind of quote evidence they used. Now with that, this was the most controversial part, I thought, because since they raised 10 million, they released $1 million. What they said here they would do with the money made you think, hey, what's going on here? It doesn't sound right. With the money, it says, we will work with organizers to send all remaining funds to credible and established charities chosen by the Freedom Convoy 2022 organizers and verified by GoFundMe. All donors may submit a request for full refund until February 19, 2022, using this dedicated refund form. To me, that makes absolutely no sense. If you cancel, let's just say here, a funding campaign, wouldn't you just refund everyone automatically? Why would you make them go through like a little forms here saying, oh, I request like a refund? Because I could imagine there would be a ton of people who wouldn't even bother to use this, and then afterwards all these extra funds they could do as they wish to give it to other quote charities, if that's what you want to say. It doesn't sound right, does it? So with that, they actually released, I guess, this notice saying, to simplify the process for our users, we will be refunding all donations to the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser. This refund will happen automatically. You do not need to submit a request. Donors can expect to see refunds within 7 to 10 business days. You would think that should be the process initially, huh? So it makes you wonder why in that case. Is it because a lot of people brought that up? And as you can see, I guess a lot of people even online were questioning their tactics in that sense. So it's kind of crazy too, if you think about it. I mean, to me, that should be the bigger issue, like in this whole thing, in my opinion, where a company could hold that many funds where people had the intention to give the money to, let's just say, a certain cause. If you want to cancel it as, let's just say, the platform there, then just refund everyone afterwards. Why would you even think about holding the money in that case and then saying, oh, Yeah, well, you can request for like a refund. If you don't, then we'll just give it to someone else that wasn't your intention initially. That should be the bigger topic. It doesn't matter what side you are on in terms of the topic. I mean, that's not right in general. Still going on, as you can see. It's not Ottawa, but I guess it's pretty much throughout the whole country, huh? Makes me wonder too. I'm pretty sure different parts of the world report the event differently depending on what type of narrative they're going for. For example, if you want to portray it as something crazy where everyone's fighting with each other violently, then they'll probably only show clips of that. But at the same time, they only want to show things where it's people being peaceful, they'll only show clips of that. With that in mind, you see what I see, it's how it is. Does that actually match whatever, I guess, narrative the news and stuff shows in your area, or is it completely different? Oh, lucky.
Oh, good job.
Oh, do I have to complete the task?
Oh no, you're in 49.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes.
Wow.
Almost.
You're like,
It's all
so
piled up
close.
from last time though, man. See you guys later.